Hi, welcome back to my channel Dream Draft. Learn, think, grow. Today we are diving into one of the most important chapter in class 10th maths, that is quadratic equation. I will break it down step by step, explain how to identify, form and solve them using the different methods. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. So first question is, what is quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are the real numbers and a cannot be equals to 0. Here x is the variable and the highest power of the x is 2. This is said to be a quadratic equation. For example, x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0 is a quadratic equation. But x plus 5 is equals to 0 is not a quadratic equation. You have done in the previous classes that this form of equation is not a quadratic equation. This is a linear equation because it has a highest power 1. Now let's learn how to form a quadratic equation. Let's take an example. The product of two consecutive natural numbers is 56. Find the numbers. Let's solve this. Let the first number be x. Then the next consecutive number is x plus 1. So the product is x into x plus 1 is equals to 56. Now multiply this. We have x squared plus x is equals to 56. X squared plus x, this 56 comes across and changes to negative 56, and this is the quadratic equation. This is the way we form the quadratic equations. Let's learn the methods to solve the quadratic equation. There are three main methods to solve these quadratic equations. First is using the factorization method, completing the square method, or the quadratic formulas. We will do this step by step. Let's do the first method, that is factorization method. We will do this with the help of example. Let's take an example of x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0, which is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So from here, what is the value of a? A is 1, B is 5 and C is 6. So to solve this, first step is multiply A and C. So here A is 1, C is 6, then 1 multiply 6 is 6. Step number 2 says find two numbers that add up to 5 and multiple to 5. अब हमें 6 को ऐसे डिवाइड करना है, ऐसे टू नंबर्स में कि जब वो ऐड करें तो 5 बन जाए और मल्टीप्लाई करें तो 6 बन जाए. तो दैट नंबर्स आर 2 एंड 3, बिकॉज जब हम 2 और 3 को ऐड करेंगे तो वो 5 बन जाएगा और जब मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 6 बन जाएगा. सो द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज स्टेप नंबर 3. वी विल हैव टू पुट 5x है ना यहाँ पे, तो हमें यहाँ पे 2 और 3 लिखना है. अब एक्स स्क्वायर plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equals to 0. Now taking the x common, we have x plus 2. Here we have to take 3 common, x plus 2. Now x plus 2 common in both. So we have x plus 2, x plus 3 is equals to 0. So either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equals to 0. If we have x plus 2 is equal to 0, then value of x is minus 2. And if x plus 3 is equals to 0, then x is equals to minus 3. So these are the two values of x. Next method है हमारा completing the square method. इसके लिए हम एग्जाम्पल ले रहे हैं x squared plus 6x plus 5 is equals to 0. इसके लिए हमारे पास फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या है? मूव द कांस्टेंट टू द राइट हैंड साइड. वी हैव टू मूव दिस कांस्टेंट टू द right hand side. We have x squared plus 6x is equals to minus 5. Step number 2 says add b by 2 square to the both sides. Here first we will write, compare this with ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So here a is 1, b is 6, c is 5. Now let's put b by 2. So here b is 6. So 6 by 2 square gives us 9. So the step says that we have to add this on both the sides. So on the left hand side we have x square plus 6x plus 9 is equals to minus of 5 plus 9. Now this is the square of x plus 3 whole square, because this is a square, this is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, this gives us x plus 3 whole square is equals to 4. Now what is the step number 3? Step number 3 says taking the square root. By taking the square root, we have x plus 3 is equals to plus minus 2. And from here x is minus of 3 plus minus 2. So if x is equals to minus 3 plus 2, or x can be equal to minus 3 minus 2. And if x is equals to minus 3 plus 2, then we have x is equals to minus 1. And for minus 3 minus 2, x is equals to minus 5. This solves our question. Now the third method, which is very important method and can solve any question. What is the formula? That is quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula says that x is equals to minus of b plus minus b square minus 4ac under root upon 2a. Let's take an example and solve the question. For example, we have 2x square minus 4x minus 6 is equals to 0. Now the step number 1. Step number 1 says calculate the discriminant. Now what is discriminant? Here the value under the root b square minus 4ac is the discriminant. Let's find b square minus 4ac. Now b square minus 4ac, here a is 2, b is minus 4 and the c is minus 6. So d is b square minus 4ac, that is minus 4 square minus 4 into 2 into minus 6. This gives us d is equals to 64. Step number 2 says plug into the formula and put all these values. So let's put the value. What is the formula? Formula is x is equals to minus of b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So here b is minus 4. So minus of minus 4 plus minus, we have calculated d here, that is 64 by 2a. A is 2. So 2 into 2 4. And this minus minus becomes plus. Plus minus, and 64 is the root of 8. So 4 plus minus 8 by 4. And this gives the values x is equals to 3 or x is equals to minus 1. And these are the values of x. Quadratic formula is super powerful. It works every time. You can do any question with this formula. Now let's find the nature of roots. What is the nature of roots? The discriminant d, that is b square minus 4ac, also tells us about the nature of roots. Nature of root says that if d is greater than 0, अगर हमारे पास discriminant जो आता है वो greater than 0 आता है, then we can say कि जो equation है उसके रियल एंड डिस्टिंक्ट रूट्स होंगे. रियल नंबर होंगे, डिस्टिंक्ट मतलब कि जो x की दो वैल्यूज आएंगी ना वो एक दूसरे के आइडेंटिकल नहीं होंगी. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल एंड सॉल्व. फॉर एग्जांपल आई हैव क्वेश्चन x स्क्वायर माइनस 5x प्लस 6 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. नाउ फ्रॉम a, here a is 1, b is minus 5, c is equals to 6. Let's find the discriminant. Here discriminant D is b square minus 4ac. So minus of 5 square minus 4 into 1 into 6, that is 25 minus 24, here is 1. Since the D is greater than 0, the equation has two distinct real roots. And by solving this, we will find that 2 and 3 are the roots which are distinct and real numbers. Okay. Now, if D is equals to 0, then what will be the nature of roots? If D is equals to 0, we will have real and equal roots. रियल नंबर होंगे रूट्स के और x की जो वैल्यू आएगी वो अलग अलग नहीं आएगी, हमारे पास x की जो वैल्यू आएगी वो दोनों सेम आएंगी. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. x स्क्वायर माइनस 4x प्लस 4 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. हियर a इज 1, b इज माइनस 4, c इज 4. लेट्स कैलकुलेट द डिस्क्रिमिनेंट. d इज b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac. हियर माइनस 4 स्क्वायर माइनस 4 into 1 into 4 gives us 16 minus 16, that is 0. So if D is equals to 0, the equation has real and equal roots. And by solving this, we will find that x is equals to 2, which means that equation has only one real root, which is 2. Less than 0, we will have complex roots or no real solution. Let's take an example. X square plus 2x plus 5 is equals to 0. Here a is 1, b is 2, c is 5. Let's find D. b square minus 4ac. D is equals to minus 16. So if D is less than 0, the equation has complex roots. And when we find the values of x, we will have x is equals to minus 2 plus minus root of minus 16 by 2. So there is no real solution. Now you might wonder, why we'll learn all this? Let's see the real life applications. Quadratic equations are used in real life to calculate the projectile motion in physics, area problems, business profit and loss analysis, and engineering and architect. Let's take a quickly recap. Standard form is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. And we have learned the three methods of solving, that is factorization, completing the square, quadratic formula. And the discriminant helps us to know the nature of roots. Thank you. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you can never miss an update. Thank you.